Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Grue Rume. For the Grue Rume today, we've got a very great episode today, and we got an actor. His name is Eric Fleising. I'm gonna make him say his name when he comes in. So I apologize if I screwed up your name already, buddy. But he's one of the actors in this new film that's coming out called The Cold Dead Look in Your Eyes, and it looks like I seen the screener already for the film, and it's a really good film. It definitely makes you think, and he has a nice role in the film, and I'm going to talk to him about the role that he does and about his life as an actor. So I am Rocco Cross. I am the host of Stutters. I am the host of the Grue Rume, and my interview with Eric is coming up next. Okay, welcome to Grue, and thank you so much for taking time out and coming on the show and being a guest tonight.
Of course, my pleasure. Thanks for having me, Rocco.
Definitely, buddy. Like first thing I want to know is in case I said it wrong, because I did a introduction about you, about the film you're in, The Cold Dead Look in Your Eyes, and
Sure.
What's the right way to say your last name in case I said it wrong?
Fleising, Eric Fleising.
Okay, I don't think I said it right, but at least you did.
Now you got it. I just appreciate you saying it at all.
Like the first thing I wanted to ask you is like what drew you to want to act?
Oh, I wanted to have a fun life, I guess, and wanted to do something as a profession that seemed fun to me. And I always loved film, always loved TV as well, and I love bloopers and love seeing behind the scenes. And it really seemed like everyone was always having the best time. So I thought, you know what, at least I'm going to try an acting class. And then it turns out even in the middle of a scene, you're having a great time. So I decided to pursue it, went to college for it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome. And when you were doing this, like doing films, and I saw you did like a few films, the TV show, did you have to stop anything when COVID hit? Like, was that like a
Big
bad
time.
part of you, a bad time for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, I was lucky compared to other people. People that I love were safe, but yes, work-wise, it was just a big pause for a few months.
Wow.
But I'm lucky so I'm Canadian, so I'm lucky that in Canada we have a good program. We had CERB, so the government was still giving Canadians money. Versus I know in the US it was a little tougher for you guys.
Yeah, it was. So probably one day I'll move there to Canada. I always hear some great things about it.
Yeah, there's good things, bad things. It's a little colder. Maybe that's the worst thing. Everything else is pretty good.
Okay.
Where are you at?
Philadelphia.
Oh, nice. Okay, so it gets cold there too.
Oh yeah, it definitely does. But I'm sure it's like when you live over there in Canada, is it cold like most days, or is it just like a myth?
No, just seasonally. Probably the same thing. It's
really? Okay.
The coldest. It's like the same amount. Our winters are longer, shorter summers. But also I live in like a pretty big city. I live in Toronto. So compared to
nice.
Toronto versus like a small town, I'm from Montreal, and I'd say like there's at least a month less winter in Toronto, just from it being such a big city. It's pretty interesting.
Oh, wow. And do you watch sports? Like, do you watch hockey? And
I do watch some
Leafs
hockey,
fan?
some. No, I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You see me, I'm actually a really big fan of the Flames.
Of course. Oh, wow. Oh, the Flames. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, I should say the Flyers, right? But but I was always like a huge fan of the Flames, and the Flyers always came second, even though I live in Philly.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's really interesting. Good games at Philly, right? I
Hmm.
hear there's rowdy crowds.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah, if you if you come to Philly for a game, whether it's the Eagles, the Eagles are even more rowdy.
I'm sure.
Hockey is actually more tame. The the Eagles games is you take your life in your hands if you go in there with like another team's jersey on or something. And yeah, it's hockey isn't really that bad. You'll just have like a lot of
Yeah,
fans
it's not
start
too.
cursing you out.
Around the time when I shot that cold dead look in your eyes, the Montreal Canadiens were in the playoffs
Hmm.
with in New York, so I got to see the playoff games, and I was still, touting my jersey and everything. But I don't know if in Philadelphia I would have done the same. We definitely got some dirty looks, and we won that game, even though we lost the
Yeah,
series in the end. But no one beat me up. Even
they're
though
see
I
good.
was with a friend who was really mouthing off towards some people, but we were safe.
Good. But like I said, Flyers games, the hockey crowd isn't as bad as like the hockey crowd will just like if they see you with another jersey, they'll say something or
Yeah.
curse you or something. But the Eagles games, like there was actually fans that threw someone off the balcony because they had a different jersey on.
Oh,
I'm
that's
dead
awful.
serious. Like that's
That's
crazy.
yeah. Oh, good to know. I don't watch much football anyways, but if I do go to a
Yeah,
game, I'll wear neutral colors.
exactly. There you go. Oh man. So like like my show deals a lot with like horror, and I saw you were in like a couple different horror things, and
Yeah,
um
a few.
a show you were in called Paranormal Night Shift. You play a
Yeah,
role Frogger, is it?
yeah, a Frogger, which was hard to Google. I kind of only figured it out once I was on set that day. It's someone that collects frogs.
Oh,
Kind of just
okay.
what it sounds like. Yeah, so the concept of that show is real life testimonial experiences of someone that's working a night shift, and then
Hmm.
something in the horror genre happens. So in this case, he's working at this like a campground, and there's this like lady that keeps appearing and a ghost, and he
Nice.
screams, and then he's in the forest and he thinks it's someone there, like
Hmm.
some extraterrestrial or some ghost, and it turns out to be two Froggers, and I was Frogger number one. And he's like, "Get out of
Awesome.
these woods," and I'm like, "But we collected all these frogs." How's that roll?
Okay, go. Nice. I mean, just to be playing in a horror show like last, I'm a huge horror fan, as you could tell by the
Yeah, great.
Freddy Krueger shirt on. And like just to be involved with like a horror movie or horror show, it has to be fun.
It is fun. And you said you watched the Killer Clown versus the Candyman. You said you started
I
in
did,
that.
yeah.
That one was
Yeah.
fun because that's real life horror, and it's a very different type of horror, right?
Hmm.
Do you like
And
that? Do you like real stories of
oh yeah,
serial
definitely,
killers, or
definitely.
more ghosts? Like Freddy Krueger is
Yeah,
not real,
yeah,
hopefully.
yeah, exactly. I mean, at least I hope he's not real.
I love those. Yeah, that's a great character. Freddy
Oh my
Krueger's my
God,
favorite.
I know. It was like, and just the whole like to me, like Freddy is like the the big slasher because I mean you got Michael and Jason, but they're they're in the real world and you can like easily hide from them or
Yeah,
something. But Freddy, you can't hide from him because you have
exactly.
to
And I
go to
like it.
sleep.
Exactly. And as an actor, you have to play like you're so sleep deprived and
Yeah,
you're terrified. To
yeah,
be terrified to fall asleep,
I
I mean, it's
know,
what a good combo. And then you have all these scenes in your dreams.
I know. And
Yeah.
if you die in your dream, you die in real life. And
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like Wes Craven really
Hmm.
was brilliant with this because there's no way around it. You have to go to sleep, and when you go to sleep, you're gonna see him.
Of course. He's scary looking.
Oh my God, yeah! Like I love that whole series of the Elm Street films.
Mhm.
It's just it's a great horror series of films.
Oh, great.
And you mentioned the Killer Clown. film. Well,
Mhm.
not the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I don't know if you ever saw that one.
No, but it's in the recommended on IMDb because I'm in. But no, the Killer Clown versus the Candyman.
Yes, and like that's based off of like real killers, serial killers, and like
Exactly.
Dean Kroll, John Wayne Gacy, and Charles Manson.
Yeah. So it was really the first two you said, Dean Corll and John Wayne Gacy, and then a fictional world where they happen to meet. And there's a lot on John Wayne Gacy, but not that many films on Dean Corll. So it's
Hmm.
kind of fun to be one of the only people to play one of his two teenage assistants. It was really fun to play like a real person.
Right.
Yeah, it was cool. There's some interviews with him, like right after he, spoiler alert, killed Dean.
Hmm.
There's like the police are interviewing him. So I got to like imitate his accent or
Nice.
do some type of rendition of him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that was fun.
So so like to get get ready for that kind of role because you said you have to talk like him and stuff and imitate him. Like, did you look up anything about him or watch how he talked or?
Yeah, so I would exactly. First, I did a bunch of research on the Texas accent,
Hmm.
especially in the
Hmm.
80s. But then really, I just listened again and again to him speaking and use that for everything he said and kind of his attitude. But also, it's like it's a fictional film. At the end of the day, I try to make it interesting.
Yeah.
I did the best I could.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. Like I mean, the film was good because what drew me to the film was the title. I mean, it's a
Yeah,
crazy title for a movie, but you know, it got me to watch it. I was curious, and when they said Candyman, I thought it was Tony Todd.
oh yes, yeah. The other right. Oh, that never even occurred to me. Two different Candymen.
Yeah. And what did you like best about filming that?
Um. Uh. Let's see. I liked doing the accent. Love. I liked that I had to. I look different in
Yeah.
real life than that guy did. So I grew out my hair. I look different. I love the actors I got to act with were mostly fun guys, and it was my first film project, so it was great.
Oh,
And I filmed it
really?
while I was still in school,
Oh,
so
wow.
I was like, oh, I'm getting ahead of myself. So it's good. It was a strange audition process though. I had to do a self tape of like me pretending to be strangled. So I'm just like
Oh
out
my
of different scenes.
God. Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah, he like made me audition for 5 different characters, and for some reason each of the characters gets strangled. So for each one, like a different character getting strangled. So it was really, I don't think there's an acting class on pretending to be strangled, but I figured it out, I guess, because I got it.
And you can't really ask like a family member or friend to strangle you because then they'll look at you like
No,
you're weird.
definitely, definitely. I'd rather act than
Yeah, exactly.
like that.
And now there's a like the cold dead look in
Mhm.
your eyes. Is that out now or is it coming out?
It's out now on some platforms. I'm just gonna keep expanding on platforms. There's a little bit of a delay, but you could buy it on Vudu, on Spectrum, Verizon. If you have any of those providers, buy that film, that cold dead look in your eyes, out now. That one was a really fun one. I'm glad you got to see it.
Yeah,
It
I watched it before I interviewed you. Yeah.
that was a couple of all-nighters with a a nice group of guys, and we mostly naked,
Yeah,
just
I
all
know.
hanging out.
So, like, how did you find out about the film and audition for it? Like, how did that all happen?
So at that time, I wasn't represented, so I did it. I saw it myself on this site called Backstage. They were looking for French actors in New
Oh,
York. So from Montreal, I'm bilingual.
oh,
So
nice.
I went, and the audition was at the Spin 34 in New York. It's this bar where you could play ping pong. because the
Nice.
star and producer of the movie owns the spot and owns a bunch of them. So the audition was there, went really well. Owner is a fantastic collaborator. We
Mhm.
gelled right in the first audition that I got a call back and did it. I got lucky because really I would do anything, but I happened to be picked for something I would actually do if I was selected, but I'm
Okay.
not. But I would have selected this one for sure. It's great. I think it turned out really fun.
Yeah, it was like a really fun film because I it has like you can't really tell what's going on. Like you have to like
No, no, no,
really
no.
pay attention to it. And it has like it's a whole bunch of different things thrown at you at once. Like you don't know what's happening from scene to scene, but like if you pay attention, you get what's going on. But it's one of those like hard to follow films, but it grabs your attention.
Exactly. He assumes that the audience is smart, which I think is a good assumption to make. Because I hate films that pander to people that's like not paying because you assume they're not going to pay attention or something.
Right?
Assume that that the person is watching and cares about the movie and can piece it together. But yeah, I don't think it was that hard to follow either.
Well, yeah,
Originally, I
exactly.
was also cast in a different role
Oh,
that
you
ended up,
were.
yeah. Do you remember? So the character of Leonard goes to this apartment where there's a bunch of like women and at the end the
Mm-hmm.
homeless guy living there.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the landlord talks to him. And in the end, it was a female actor that was playing it. But that's what I was originally cast in.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then I guess he thought I looked too young. He said, "Oh, could you do this other role instead?"
Oh, okay.
But I didn't know until I watched it today that he cast a female actor. So I was like, oh, interesting. I guess I really wasn't right for it.
Right, right, exactly.
And she did a terrific job.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Lots of great performances. It was
Yeah,
very,
like everyone that was in that film did a really great job. You and all the other guys and gals in it, like they, everyone did good. It was like a really well made film.
mhm.
And
Yeah,
like how was like working for him? Oh,
owner,
owner, right? Is that how you say his name?
Pical.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So it's a small budget film.
Yeah.
So we had limited time and it was an overnight shoot. So then this
Oh,
was my
wow.
first overnight shoot, which are like kind of a different beast. They're quite interesting. Um, it was really fun. Like we shot the whole scene, so it's quite a long scene,
Yeah.
and he would shoot the whole thing with his cameraman just following all of us and
Yeah. Yeah.
doing all these different pans. And then we only did it like 5 times, and then he cut it all together. He edits the film himself. He's a
Oh,
very
really?
good editor. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But what really is mind-boggling is he does not speak French.
Oh, get out, really?
Yeah. So he wrote the script. He's the writer. He wrote the script for the star Frank, who is French,
Mm-hmm.
and then he had it translated. Someone translated it, and he
Oh,
still was able
wow.
to edit it in French.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Wow. I mean,
I think it's such a unique film that it's a French film set in New York. That's why my hopes are high for this movie because
oh,
there's nothing
definitely.
quite like it.
And like for, I mean, the film is only out right now to certain platforms. So for people who haven't seen the film, can you tell them a little bit what the film is about?
Yes, I should have prepared this. Wow, that's a normal question that people ask. So it's a man named Leonard is going through a very hard time, somewhat of a midlife crisis. His girlfriend just left him, and he is about to be kicked out of his apartment that he's sharing with her. He's a cook, but he's a terrible cook. Everything
Yes.
in his life is just falling apart. And his girlfriend leaves to go to Germany, I believe. And her dad is going to come house sit for a little bit. And he is forced to live with her dad, who's quite a character.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then chaos ensues. And then in the midst of all that, there's 5G data waves that are being installed throughout the city to have
Mhm.
ultra speed internet. And that messes with everyone's minds,
Yeah.
including Frank. And that's where the horror element comes in.
Yes, exactly. And I, when I was watching the film, when your scene came on the film, I was like, whoa, look at this. But
Yeah, right. I mean,
I was not expecting that, and it was a very hot scene. Like, it's like, a whole bunch of guys thrown together. Some are nude,
yeah,
some
there
are in
were.
their briefs.
Yeah, he asked me like, "What are you comfortable with?" And I'm like, "Not what the other guy's doing." But I mean, it's part of the comedy is the fact that so Leonard comes into the apartment and finds out that his ex-girlfriend's dad has all these male models over. He's taking pictures of all of them.
Hmm.
And then the reason that the scene is funny and uncomfortable is because they're nude or mostly nude, and then they're
Well, yeah,
sitting everywhere.
I
So
I
it's
think
I think it's
you.
part of the comedy.
Oh,
So I
yeah,
think it's
definitely.
necessary. It's not superfluous.
I think in that scene it was only you and one other guy that actually had like briefs on, right?
Yeah, for some diversity. Sure. But
You're
the other guys, you don't see a full frontal.
well, yeah,
But
you
you
only
you
you
just
only
see
see the back.
the back exactly.
Hmm.
So no one was fully naked. They were like vanity pouches.
Oh, okay, okay.
It's how a little insight into the film industry.
So nothing was hanging out.
No, nothing was hanging out. I mean, the vanity pouches are quite revealing themselves.
That's
Really,
true.
really just a sock. So it doesn't leave too much to the imagination,
Right.
but it was fun. What's really crazy about our filming experience is we had that scene with so part of the Theta waves is that
Hmm.
everyone would get blinded, would have a
Yeah.
blind look and be kind of out of control. So to do that, we had to put contacts in, and they would actually blind us. We couldn't see anything.
What?
And I
Are you
don't usually wear
serious?
contacts. Yeah, and I don't usually. So we had to put them on, and then PAs would like bring us down. So the reason I'm not looking anywhere near the camera is because I had no idea where the camera was.
Get out.
But
Wow.
it ended up looking good. But I was like, maybe if I was looking more in one shot, I had no idea. So
Wow,
that
that's
was really fun.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite an experience to be completely blind. I know some
Yeah.
actors that play like Jamie Foxx and Ray apparently like,
Yes, exactly.
would blind himself. It's quite an experience. I'd
Wow.
rather just pretend.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And do you do you have any experience with dancing? Because you dance pretty good in the
Oh,
all
thank
male
you.
scene.
Yeah. I that's what I was happiest about in the film. I was like, I don't stand out acting wise with all these great actors. I don't have that many lines.
Yeah,
But oh, my dancing stands out. I was
it
pulling
does.
moves. And I knew I was doing well because the PAs were telling me like, "Oh, your dancing's killing it." Like,
Hmm.
it gave me energy to ramp it up. Yeah, I used to break dance when I was younger.
Oh, really?
I do
Okay.
have experience dancing. So not exactly the type of moves, but and then I decided my character was a free spirit. So I
Yeah.
do all these moves that myself I wouldn't necessarily do in a club. I just trying to have fun.
Awesome. Nice. And and like what which scene, like, without giving too much away, because I know like a lot of people didn't see it yet or anything, but what scene did you like best from the movie?
Well, I have to say the scene that I'm in, of course.
Of course.
But other than the scene that I'm in, I think the scenes, and I wrote this to owner, I think the scenes at the restaurant are all
Mhm.
hilarious. All very funny. The manager that's yelling at him and the waitress that's yelling at him. Because he said, and if anyone wants to just watch the trailer, there's some funny clips in the trailer. And some tiny parts of the movie are in English, if
Yeah.
that attracts anyone. So
Yeah.
so this is in the trailer, the line that the lemon chicken isn't supposed to taste like prostate cancer, Leonard. Do you know what it's supposed to taste like? Lemon. Like that's great. Owner is such a funny writer. I really love his style.
Nice. And like how was the cast and and set, like, did you interact with other members of the cast outside of the guys in the scene?
We had, yeah, so we had a few readings before doing the movie, and then at the end we had a cast party
Oh,
at
nice.
Spin 34, Frank's bar, which was great. So I got to meet some of the cast there. Not everyone, I believe, but got to meet some people there.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Now,
it's the best because it's tough to like not interact with anyone, right?
well, yeah,
It's good to feel
exactly.
like you're actually part of a team effort.
And like the cast, like, do they do they speak do they only speak French, do do
No,
they?
everyone spoke English. Some people were able to fake their French quite good. Some people, their French was quite poor, but then you can't really tell in the film as much. But yeah, some I was like, damn, I did not have to be fully bilingual for this. It's because maybe Oder can't speak French, so he wasn't able to fully spot the fakers. But yeah, people just really nailed. Really, like if you're a good actor, you can just learn the pronunciation of things. But mostly it was bilingual people. At the cast party, everyone spoke English. Yeah,
Oh, really? Nice.
yeah.
And I always ask like guests this when they come on the show, was there any, like, especially with your scene, because I'm sure there were like a lot of moments where all the guys in the room are like laughing and joking and all, especially, since you're basically wearing nothing. Like, was there any like funny or cool behind the scenes stories that happened while you were filming, while you were on set?
Um, I think the funnest was maybe towards the end of the shoot. So I'm in two larger scenes, and then the second one is when you see all the it's the one at the art gallery,
Yeah.
and you see all the pictures of that he took of us during the
Mhm.
first scene. So the first scene, Alan is taking all these pictures,
Yeah.
and then in the second scene, they actually print all these pictures and put it in an art exhibit. And then when I wrapped that day, and it was a wrap for me, they gave us the framed pictures. So I took it
Okay.
home.
Oh,
So I had
really?
a picture of me and a few of the guys, like just in my underwear. I was like, I'm sure I'll keep this for a while. And no, it only lasted a few months. Yeah, because they definitely didn't need it anymore.
Okay. So
Maybe I
so
should have kept it. If this movie becomes huge, then I'll be like, "Oh, I should have sold it on eBay."
exactly. You should have kept it and hung it up on your wall, and then when it
Oh, I would
became,
look like, yeah, I would look like such a psychopath if I had that on my wall. Just a picture of myself,
I know.
just like trying to pose. And I did not work out at all for the film, versus some of the other guys worked out a bunch.
Oh,
So I was
really?
like, I was happy. I was like, oh, I'm young, I'll look good.
Well, yeah, exactly. Oh,
But what's also good is now I'm seeing it. We recorded like 3 years ago, something like maybe two.
oh, really? That's how
Been
long
working
you
on more
shot.
recently, and I'm like, oh, this is good that I'm like, oh, I look better now. It's funny. It's like a timestamp of what I looked like
Hmm.
3 years ago. Yeah, it was pre-pandemic.
Okay. So you go to the gym now and everything. You work
Yeah, I
work
do,
out and
do now. I
okay.
didn't. I didn't have a gym membership then. Really, living my best life now.
Yeah, definitely. Do you like follow diets or anything, or do you just eat whatever you want?
Oh, I kind of just eat whatever I want. My girlfriend has a food Instagram and she cooks a lot. So
Nice.
I eat all the time. I'll plug her. It's Natasha the Procrastinator on Instagram. Her food is delicious and not always healthy, sometimes healthy-ish. So I definitely eat whatever I want. I try to eat in moderation, but
Well, if you eat something fried or bad for you, just go to the gym and
exactly.
stay in there an hour or two and work everything out.
Yeah, exactly.
So, what do you like doing during your free time when you're not acting or going to school or anything?
I love watching movies, I like writing as well. I occasionally write. I sometimes write with my friend Jake, New York, writing partners. I'm a reader. Read these
I
books.
see that. Yeah.
Yeah, I like to read. I also like to sometimes just like hone my craft. Sometimes I still take classes, or I'll just learn a monologue to try to improve. Because as an actor starting out, unless you're paying to act, there isn't always opportunities to act like 40 hours a week, right? So I
Yeah,
try
exactly.
to create incentive for myself to be putting in hours, 10,000 hours to be a master at anything.
Yeah, of course. I'm, like you have to work hard at your craft, right?
Exactly.
And what kind of books do you like reading? Like, I mean, I see you got a lot of books. You say you like reading. Like, but there's some books you love to read.
Fiction, big fiction. I used to be into fantasy. Now I've kind of come back a little bit to earth. Just characters that are going through something. I find it's helpful as an actor to use your imagination while reading and to be touched by these stories. Another
Mhm.
reason I wanted to be an actor is I wanted to be part of the telling of stories that I thought mattered or that were moving. And books, I mean, I hope to one day be able to read a book and then pitch it to some director to turn into a movie.
Right.
That'd be quite the goal.
Nice, nice. And are you more of, do you like the beach or going camping? Like,
The
with
beach.
beach like more than camping?
Oh, 100%.
Nice.
I like swimming,
Oh,
and
nice.
I don't love bugs. So there's definitely like the beach is much higher than
Definitely.
camping. What about you? Do you like the
Probably,
beach or camping?
probably the beach. Yeah.
What's the
I mean,
vibe?
camping's nice, like when you just want to get away from life for like a couple days
Sure.
because like you're out in the woods and it's quiet and peaceful and all you hear is the crickets, and that's if the camping site you have don't have bears or anything like that. But
Exactly. But camping, you have to have all this gear to even start. At the
exactly.
beach, you just have to see a beach and go to it. Hopefully you have a towel.
Right, right.
That's all you need.
And plus you could, you could play games on the beach, sports, like you said, go in the ocean and swim, and there's all kinds of stuff that you could do.
Oh yeah. At the last film I did was this summer, and originally there was supposed to be a beach scene, and then it was cut, and I was like pressuring the director. It's like, come on, put it back, put it back. He was like, no, we can't add this scene just because you want to hang out on the beach. So I was like, I've been working out. Oh, and the funny part is I was working out for this other film,
Yeah.
and then they cut my shirtless scene. So for the one thing
No.
I'm like basically naked in, I didn't work out at all. And for this other thing that I'm fully dressed, I worked out a good amount. But just body weights because the gyms were closed back then. COVID is not easy. Now the gyms are back open, but for a while they were
Oh yeah,
shut.
I know. Yeah, because I mean, I didn't even go to the gym when during that time because you weren't allowed in there.
Exactly. And then even when they open, you're like, oh, do I feel safe? Do
Yeah,
I not?
exactly.
Not to go into the politics of it, but now they put in the you have to have a vaccine to go in. So for
Hmm.
me, that made me feel safer, and for others, did not like it. So there's always a lot of there's constantly a lot of play right now.
Oh yeah, yeah. But like the one good thing with the gyms now too is, I mean, yeah, you have to have the shot to
Mhm.
go into some gyms you don't, but most gyms you do. And the gyms have like the hand sanitizers now, so whenever
Yeah.
you're done the set, you could wipe wash your hands with the sanitizer, and then they got the cloths to wipe the benches down.
Oh my. Yeah. Our immune systems are just shoddy from constantly
I
sanitizing.
know. Tell me
I
about
definitely
it.
don't sanitize each time I use equipment, or
Yeah.
else it's kind of pointless. But yeah, of course you have to sanitize the equipment. But that was a pre-COVID thing as well.
Well, yeah,
You were
exactly.
supposed to wipe it down, but now maybe people are more diligent with doing it. It's like not just for the sweat, it's for the vid.
Right. Right. Now, do you have to wear a mask when you're at the gym, like where you
Yeah,
live at?
you can take it off when you're doing sets, when you're
Oh,
doing the
really?
weights, but when you're walking around, you have to. And it depends on the gym.
Yeah, like the gym I go to over here in Philly, like you have to wear a mask when you walk in, mask when you're doing the set,
The
and
whole time, that's
yeah, like
tough.
I'm over there gasping for air when I'm doing sets. I'm like, I can't breathe. I hate this.
It's resistance training. Maybe it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah. I mean, so last summer they opened the gym for a bit, and then I was more worried about COVID,
Hmm.
so I kept my mask on the whole time. And then
Okay.
yeah, it was fine. You get used to it. But now I'm happy to take it off between
Yeah.
sets. Because also the big difference being vaccinated, like I'm vaccinated now and I
Yeah.
wasn't before, so I feel safer.
Okay. See, there you go.
Like, is it the rule for the whole, I'm gonna say province, the whole state, or is it just your gym that you go to that mandates the
No,
mask?
it's the state like that. Well, not. It's Philly. It's like our mayor here is very difficult.
Oh
Like
yeah?
he don't he don't let you go anywhere without a mask. Like you can't enter any buildings without a mask on, and gyms you
Yeah,
have to
same here,
wear.
same here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Ontario was actually the last, well, let me get this right. It was the last place in North America that didn't allow indoor dining.
Oh, wow.
So we it was tough for a bit. And I bartend on the side, so I was like,
Oh,
that's
nice.
that's tough.
Nice. So, what's your drink of choice? You're a bartender, so what kind of drink do you like?
I love the whiskey sour these days. They're
Okay.
fun to make. I think they taste good, but you have to be comfortable with the egg whites. I like the froth of it. It's a good one. Lychee martinis I like.
Hmm.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Wait, which one? Which one's that?
It's a vodka martini with lychee soho, which is a lychee liqueur, and then lychee juice. It's
Oh,
good.
wow.
If you like lychee, or lychee, as some people say. I don't want to take a side. Lychee, lychee, whatever your viewers think. Good
Yeah. Nice. Well, if I'm ever around that area, I have to come in and order that drink.
Yeah, you definitely should. Have you had the whiskey sour though?
No, I never did. Is it
Oh, that's a good
good?
one too.
Yeah.
It's a good one too.
Okay. See, I I need to learn these drinks now.
What's funny with COVID is like being at home and getting used to not spending that much money, and then you go to a bar and you're like, how much for a drink?
I know, right? I know.
It's insane. People
It
drop so
is.
much money.
I,
Like, I'll
I,
just
I'm.
get drunk at home. No problem.
I mean, you could buy a lot more stuff for the price you pay for one drink.
For sure. And then you can't hear anything. You can't even really meet people because everyone's like still kind of
That's
social
true.
distancing.
You're right. You're right about that.
And I'm not even like trying to meet someone. Now I'm happily coupled, so I'm
Well, yeah,
not even
exactly.
like, what's the point? Rent is expensive enough. I'll focus on that.
I, I mean, that must be tough though. Sometimes, being a bar bartender, and you have to talk to people, and some people are probably scared to talk or anything because they're like, "Oh my God, why is he saying something to me? He better back off or something."
Well, I wear my mask, so people are usually fine.
Okay.
But yeah, they wouldn't be in there if they were scared of
Yeah,
us.
yeah, exactly.
Or people that are willing to risk it all
Hmm.
for a
Hmm.
drink.
And what about like I know you're a big book guy, but do you watch television too? Like, do you have any
Yeah,
TV shows you're binge watching?
I just finished Made. Have you seen that on Netflix?
I've heard of it. I never saw it
Oh
yet.
man, so
Yeah.
incredible. Margaret Qualley, such an
Mm-hmm.
amazing actor.
Mm-hmm.
What a shattering performance. And then Nick Robinson plays the
Oh yeah,
abusive
I know him.
counterpart. Wow, this was quite this really made me, I was very impressed with his performance because he plays like the abusive partner that's an alcoholic.
Oh wow,
And it's
really?
quite different from him in like Love, Simon. And he's a dad, he's like a young dad. I'm like, wow, this guy's really showing his range. Good for him. It's so easy, even as actors, like you'll pigeonhole another actor and you love to see someone do a performance that you wouldn't have expected from them.
Awesome.
Yeah, he really broke my heart. He's like kind of somewhat the villain of the story.
Wow.
But also he still, well, I mean, it's a real story, so it's not really black and white, but he really still makes you feel bad for him, even though he's like an abuser. It's hard to do.
Yeah, exactly.
I tried to do that as Elmer Wayne Henley in the Killer Clown thing.
Yeah,
He's selling his friends to be murdered. I was like, I want to make him still a little sympathetic. I want people to be like, oh no, not that guy. He's just troubled.
Oh, all right. I have another show to watch now. This definitely sounds good.
Speaking of Love, Simon, I was gonna watch next Love, Victor, and I saw that you posted that it was the star's it's the star's birthday today.
That's Michael Cimino. I think that's how you say his name.
Did you interview him?
I really want to. Like, he's such an incredible actor, and he sings too, and he does a really good job at singing. And I would love to interview him, but his agents haven't been so kind.
Oh wow! You didn't even have to ask my agents. You just went straight for me. There's zero protection around me. No red tape.
Yeah, like his agents were like, no, he's busy. No, he's busy. And I mean, now he is busy because he's filming the third season of the show.
Season.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I can't wait to. I really like Love, Simon as a movie. I thought it was quite good, so I want to watch the other one. And I remember when the casting call came out for Love, Victor.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm not fit for it because they were looking for someone. I think that they were looking for someone Hispanic from the get-go, or at least a person of color. But I was like, oh, whoever gets this is a great role.
Yeah. But like, you still could have, I mean, because you definitely have a young face. You could have been one of his friends, like one of the students in the school.
Coulda. If only I thought of it.
It's a really good show. I watched both seasons, and I'm looking forward to the third season. I did interview one of the guys from seasons 1 and 2, the one who plays the best friend of Victor. And I'll keep my eye out for him. He was really nice.
Oh, that's great. You love to see good people getting good roles. You love to see it.
Oh, definitely.
So, obviously, if he's a good actor, you don't really know if he's nice. It's just acting nice. You don't know if I'm nice. Maybe I'm not good enough of an actor to pretend to be nice, though.
And like I said, like I deal a lot with horror, so I always ask guests this. What are some horror films you really love to watch?
So I'm a big Mike Flanagan guy. I'm putting that in the universe that I really want to work with him. I had one first round audition for one of his shows, didn't make it past that, but it's his next show, Midnight, the Midnight Club, based on the book. So I read the book before doing it. Oh, it's so fantastic. Okay, but he has this movie called Oculus that's really good.
Oh yeah. You
seen Oculus? That's scary.
It is. It's really good.
I watched it when I was younger, so I was really creeped out. One of the first ones I saw. The Halloweens are really good.
Oh, of course, yeah, it's classic.
Hereditary. So scary. Hereditary was so scary that it was almost funny because you're like so scared that you're laughing. And unfortunately, did you watch Hereditary in theaters? I
did, yeah.
Did you have that where some people were clicking during the movie to try to scare everyone? So that was that kind of took me out of it a bit. But I mean, What a creepy movie.
It is. It's very creepy.
Yeah, Midsommar. It's a
That's another one.
good, good second one. And he has his third. What's his name? Ari Aster. Yeah, I would also love to work with Ari Aster. His
Okay.
next one was with Joaquin, and I can't wait to see that.
Wait, which one is it?
It's I know it filmed in Montreal, but I don't
Okay.
know what's it called. Disappointment Boulevard. It's called.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, and Joaquin's such a fantastic actor. So
Yeah.
you know that the two of them will come up with something scary, something real freaky.
Did you see Halloween Kills yet?
No, no, it's tough to choose what to watch in theaters. I went for Dune instead. There's just so much to see. I was like, I need to see Dune. I don't need to see Halloween Kills.
That's yeah.
To me, I mean, Dune. It was so. Have you seen Dune yet?
Yeah, it's a really good film. What's his
Yeah.
name? Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he did a great job. Denis
Mhm.
Villeneuve, shout out to that guy. He's from Quebec, Trois-Rivières. He's an incredible director. Love to see Canadian, especially Quebec, like
Nice.
any type of artist just explode, and he's made such brilliant films. Yeah, he's incredible. Also putting it out there. And I really work with a lot of people. But is it good, Halloween Kills?
Halloween Kills was actually really good. Like, it's according to who you ask, because I was looking online and saw all the mixed reviews that the movie got. Like, some people liked, some people hated it, and like there's a lot of people that said that Michael Myers was too violent in the movie. It's a
Oh,
horror movie and it's a
I
slasher
saw the
film.
first one, the Halloween. I mean, the first
Yeah,
the remake.
yeah.
Yeah, it is quite brutal. It's crazy the effects. You're like this. How did they do this? It really seems like
Mhm.
he's caving this person's head in.
Oh yeah, I know, right?
It's really incredible.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I know. Actually, Owner is. I know he was a big fan of it. He wrote that he saw it 3 times.
oh really?
Do you remember off the head the director of Halloween and Halloween Kills?
Oh,
Seth something Green, maybe?
David Gordon Green. I
Yes,
think it's
David
David
Gordon
Gordon
Green.
Green, right? Yeah.
I believe that they're friends, and Owner did like David Gordon Green had a book of the first Halloween one come out more like towards kids, funnily enough, and then Owner illustrated it. So
Oh, okay.
they're homies. So kind of speaking a click there,
Nice.
bringing it back to my project. Of
There you go.
course.
And you know you
But
can
yeah, I
never go.
can't wait to see it. Maybe I will go to theaters to see it.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a fun movie. Like, it seems like you like watching horror films, and if
Yeah.
if you like slasher films, you'll definitely like this, because Michael Myers he's more brutal in Halloween Kills than he is in Halloween.
Oh
Like,
wow.
he kills a lot more people in this, and and plus you can't go wrong with having Jamie Lee Curtis in a movie, because she's amazing.
She is amazing. Everyone's amazing that they bring all these young actors that really knock it out of the park.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Are you excited for the new Scream going on the
Oh my
continuation of
God,
rebooting
yes.
it and just calling it the same thing?
I can't
Isn't
wait
that
for it.
funny?
I can't wait for it. Like, it's really not a reboot, because
Not at all.
it's the same characters, but I think they're gonna kill them off to give the young crowd the chance to go further in the series.
Yeah,
Like,
there's been quite a few of those. Oh, Halloween too, there's been quite a few.
mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm.
really a good way to, to work as an actor. What's this show that Bruce Campbell does? Ash versus the
Oh
Evil
yeah,
Dead? Like he's gone into
Ash
so
versus the
much,
Evil Dead.
he's gone in so much work from, yeah, you could, because they're cheap to make, right?
I
And
know.
audiences love them.
Mm-hmm.
And
That
they're
was a
fun to
crazy
act in.
series.
Oh, I haven't seen those. That must
That
be
was a
fun to
real
act in.
crazy series.
Which
It's
one
like,
do you recommend? Because there's a
well,
few, right? Which
yeah,
one would
yeah.
you recommend?
Well, Ash versus the Evil Dead is a mixture of horror and comedy, because Bruce Campbell is funny in it.
Yeah.
And then the new series of Chucky's out. Like, they made a TV series out of Chucky.
Yeah. They shot that in Toronto.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that's
Oh,
cool.
wow. Did you try to audition for that?
No, I didn't get an audition for that one. But the last film I did, we had the same costume designer as for Chucky. But then she got COVID and didn't actually do our costumes. And
Oh
we just,
no.
yeah, unfortunately. So in this, the last thing that I have coming out, probably in 2022, all my clothes are just mine, which is kind of normal in, indie stuff. Like
Okay.
you can't afford people that don't have the budget for clothes. You just see your own clothes. It was my clothes and that cold dead look in your eyes. That was my underwear,
That's your
and then
underwear.
the shirt that I have to put on after.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he actually brought some, and then I was like, no, I'm not wearing those. I'm just gonna wear the
Well,
ones.
yeah, because you don't know where it came from, right? You don't know who
Well, it
wore
was
them.
like more thongy than underwear.
Oh,
I'm
oh.
like, I think the scene will work just fine with the underwear that I'll bring.
Well, yeah, because at least like the underwear that you're gonna wear,
Yeah, it's clean.
it's clean, and with a thong, even though you didn't want to be naked in it, you still would be naked because it shows your back.
Yeah, basically, definitely.
And
It is true. I mean, I think now if the right role called for it, maybe I would do back nudity, but
yeah.
it's at the time I was like, I don't like I'm gonna get the role either way, so I'm just
Well,
gonna
yeah,
say
exactly.
no. But some stuff when you're auditioning, they're like, if you get this, you have to do it. And then you can't back down if they tell you in
That's
the
true.
audition.
That's true. Yeah.
But for me, I'd auditioned for a different role. So he wasn't like, I was like, I had more power in that situation. It's like,
Okay, good.
nowhere.
and and what about like video games? Are you like a video game guy at all, or no?
Not not much. Not much. I used to play COD some, but haven't in quite a while. My
Okay.
brother is into it, so living at home, I'd play like on his consoles and stuff. I'd play with
Nice.
him sometimes. But
Nice.
he was so much better. That's like he wouldn't even want to play with me. He'd just like kill me instantly. And he'd take it so seriously. He's like, you have to like gather your surroundings. Don't get any blind spots. What are you doing? Like, yeah, he'd take it so seriously.
Yeah, pe- the people that are really into gaming, like they take it serious, and they got like their little Twitch accounts and all that stuff. And
Oh yeah. No, I'm not doing that. That's not my side gig.
okay.
So all respect to those that do it. And then like you see Twitch people that are like, I just got a 10th person. So it's like, wow, like it's a hard place to get followers, I
Yeah,
hear.
yeah, definitely is. Yeah.
Versus on TikTok, people make the silliest things that get like 30 million people see it.
Right, right. Are you on there on TikTok?
No, during quarantine, the first quarantine, March 2020,
Hmm.
I had 3 roommates at the time and they all left to go home. And I was waiting 2 weeks to make sure I didn't have COVID. I was just
Oh,
staying in my house for 2 weeks. And during that time, I was like, okay, I need to do something. So I made a TikTok account and did little sketches.
oh, nice, nice.
But it's not really the medium for me,
Okay.
I think.
Oh,
It's very geared towards young kids. And
oh
then
yeah, definitely.
people's attention spans are insane. And then it's usually highly unfunny stuff. I find.
Uh,
But no hate. I can't be a hater. I'm too young to already be hated. Can't be shitting on people 5 years younger than me.
like TikTok mostly is like dancing and lip singing and
Yeah.
so
Oh my God, it kills me. What really kills me is the trend where people use like the robot voice instead of
yeah,
like doing
yeah.
voiceover. It's like that's the least funny thing. This robot voice. Yeah, it kills me. My girlfriend has the TikTok and she puts some of her food on the TikTok and
Uh-huh.
she knows. Basically just to annoy me, she does it. And no, she does it because she says, oh, well, it does well. The algorithm does well. It's like her whole life is collected by this mysterious algorithm.
Yeah, yeah, that's what everyone says. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you're also on the Instagram game. I'm sure you try to do stuff with
Yeah,
Instagram
I mean,
algorithms.
I try as much as I could, but I'm like, if people are gonna watch it, they're gonna watch it. I'm putting it out there, you know.
Do you just put it on Instagram? Do you put it on YouTube or anything else as well?
Yeah, on YouTube and the gram and
Nice.
I I mean I did open up a TikTok, but I don't really post on there. And
Well, that'd be quite a short interview.
yeah, exactly. But you know, if you get that scene where you're dancing in the movie, you could put that on TikTok and see if a lot
That's
of people,
true.
you know.
That's true. That is true. I was happy with my dance moves.
Right? See?
Oh man, yeah, people, and now TikTokers are in movies.
I
Addison
know.
Rae.
I know.
I can't shit on like I haven't seen her movie, so who knows if she performed well. But I'm like, as someone who spent too much money on a nice school, doing way too many hours of acting class, I'm like, damn, could have just been doing stupid dances.
Right, exactly. And is there anything coming out next you want to push your plug? I know you say you shot like the film where they didn't put your scene with the beach
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
so I have a few things. So next week I have this film called Stupid for You. That's an LGBTQ musical film that's
Oh
coming out
wow.
on the film. It's this film festival called Imagine Plus Nation. Yeah, so I have a pretty small part in that. I play um, kind of the bad guy, which is so fun. And this guy did not try to make sympathetic at all. It was one of those like one day in and out. I
Oh okay.
play kind I play so he bullies the main girl, and he's actually a Holocaust denier, which I think is one of the worst things in the world to be.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was on the fence about like, oh, do I want to play this type of person?
Hmm.
Because I'm Jewish myself, and it's
Oh, okay.
it's a complicated subject. But I thought, maybe this will educate people on the fact that there are people out there who deny the existence of the Holocaust or even try to minimize it. So I'm like,
Hmm.
well, maybe if I just portray this character, it just raises awareness to this. And it's quite a community, unfortunately, that's growing. And it's ridiculous.
Wow.
So, but it was fun to play someone that's so bigoted and hateful, but also ridiculous. Because I played him as a high school guy. I wear this
Yeah.
like camo outfit, and then I recited a poem by like an ode to Ezra Pound. I don't know if you know who that is. It's a strange a poet.
Oh, okay.
He was quite good, and then he kind of became insane and quite racist.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So we'll see. So that's coming out next week, and in this film festival, I'm excited to watch that. And the next project, did you get a chance to watch the short film of Burden?
Yes, yes.
So this is a cool story that when I first came to Toronto, at the time I was unrepresented, and I auditioned. I saw so the equivalent of backstage is Mandy here. So I saw on Mandy this posting for a short film. I went, I submitted a self-tape. Then 2 weeks later, I went in for a callback.
Okay.
I knew it went well because they had like all these different actors reading with me. It's good when your audition is like 40 minutes long. They like you. And I was like, oh, I'm killing all these guys. Which is it's not necessarily like acting. It's like one person versus the other. But maybe in
Yeah.
that one scene, it was quite confrontational. I was like, oh, they're like these other actors aren't even like treading water. And then literally the next day, the like official quarantine started of this
Oh
callback.
no.
So the short film got delayed for a little bit. So we ended up shooting it. Great short film. And then from that short film, the director, Ethan Hickey, director and writer, and a collaborator of mine, great guy, got funding and made the feature film from that short.
Oh, that's so awesome.
So we shot that this summer, and that's my biggest role.
Oh, really? Okay.
Third in that film. I'm really excited for that. Everyone was like young guys really trying to tell this pretty powerful story. It's two brothers that get in a car accident, and then one brother takes the fall for the other, and 5 years later, the older brother starts dating the ex-girlfriend of the guy he killed in the car accident. So it's kind of a mix of like, drama, romance.
Yeah.
And I played the younger brother who caused the accident, who was driving the car. So it was such a fun shoot. We got to, stage a car accident, which was intense. And
Oh man, I'm sure it was.
so yeah, so I'm really excited for that to come out 2022, sometime 2022.
Okay. Damn, well, I'll definitely be looking out for the movie.
Yeah, for sure. Lots of good talent there. Lots of everyone, and we all live together. So it was shot in a small town.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
called London, Ontario. That's where the director Ethan is from. So
Okay.
we all lived there for a month. We all became super close. After
that's
after
awesome.
shooting, we'd all drink together, all
Nice.
kinds of stuff together, and it really felt like a little family we made. And then of course after the 1 month, it's like
Then everyone goes their own way.
I know, it's the brutal thing about the film industry is you can make all these tight connections.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, same thing for that cold dead look in your eyes. It's like, oh, I felt really close to these other group of guys.
Well, yeah.
And you usually just don't work with them again.
I
Or
know,
if you do,
right?
it could be like 20 years in the future.
Well, I mean, the guys you became close to in the film, I mean, you already saw each other practically naked, so that
Yeah.
forms a close friendship.
It does form a close friendship. It does form a close friendship. Yeah, they were all super kind guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's a ridiculous scene, and it's like you have to be having fun in a scene like that for the scene to be fun.
Definitely, yeah.
Same thing in most things. But yeah, that was like a silly scene. I mean, Burden, it's called Burden. It's like an intense film. So even though it was very intense, we still had a good time.
Nice.
I was definitely like torturing myself occasionally, trying to give that tortured performance. A little bit like that. I won't blind myself, but
yeah,
I do take it seriously. Yourself. Well, then again, I've never been cast in something that I had to blind myself. So maybe I'm talking too soon. Probably not. Have you seen Daredevil?
Yeah.
He himself, and he does terrific.
Yes. I mean, yeah, like he has to play someone who's blind. I mean, I don't know if they put the contacts in his eyes like they did for you, but
no, definitely not, because he's blind, but at the same time he's not. Right? He sees the world in fire.
Well, yeah, exactly.
So, but yeah, he has to, because with Ray, Jamie Foxx is wearing the sunglasses, so it makes sense that he had to be blind. But this guy, you have to see that his eyes are just not functioning. That he's like just looking and not looking. Very amazing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's a good show. Too bad that was canceled.
I know, right? Exactly. It didn't even last long in the show.
3, yeah. Even I really like The Punisher too. That
was good.
Amazing.
That was good.
John Bernthal. Oof. Yeah, that's a good one. Too bad that was. Yeah, they're all canceled.
I know. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, 5 years later, it makes sense that they would, because now there's Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So it's like, of course, they didn't want these Marvel characters on Netflix.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
It's too bad. Why can't everyone just get along and make good stuff? Right?
I know.
And cast me in it.
Yeah, right.
Well, well, I mean, it's great now. There's so many platforms that are making so many great content, and actors aren't, set characters are, but actors can work across all these different universes, all these different platforms. It's great. It's a great time to be an actor.
I mean, there's like a ton of streaming platforms. You got Apple TV and Peacock and everything, and Disney, and I mean, you pay for all these platforms, you go broke.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, I pay for none of them. I get it from my dad and my brother.
Yeah.
Actually, my dad and my brother's girlfriend. So I get
Okay. Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's true. They are really expensive. But good thing they let us share.
Yeah.
So it's actually affordable if you have friends and family. But if you're like, if you don't, you're pretty screwed. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. If you don't have that friends and family shared thing, yeah,
Torrents, I
you're
guess.
paying it out of your pocket for all these different streaming shows.
Exactly.
Well, I don't want to hold you up anymore. The last thing I'm going to ask you is, where can fans find you at?
I'm on Instagram at Eric Fleising, EricFleising. So it's probably gonna be written right there. I'm sure you're just gonna tag me in it. So just
Well, yeah, of course.
click my name and you can follow me. Check out my IMDb profile.
There
I
you go.
curate that stuff. You can see some pictures of me. My demo reels up there. If you
Nice.
ever want to contact me because you really are dying to work with me, shoot me a DM,
There you go.
or my emails on IMDb Pro. I'm not going to reveal it here. Top classified, but if you pay the $11 fee for IMDb Pro, you can find my email or my agent's email as well. Yeah, I mean, but yeah,
Okay.
throw me a follow. And
So so
I'm
like
gonna show
no.
my girlfriend again at Natasha the Procrastinator. Her stuff that's a real quality content.
Okay,
Some really
sweet.
good food.
So like no TikTok or Facebook
No.
or
Oh, sure. I mean, but then you're my friend on Facebook.
yeah.
You're watching this interview. Are we really friends? You could follow me on Instagram, but I won't be your friend on
There
Facebook.
you go.
Sorry.
There you go. Well,
Draw a line.
I want to thank you again for doing this interview.
Of course.
It's been really fun. You're a super cool guy.
Oh, you too. I mean, thanks for having me. It's
Yeah,
great. You have some cool
definitely.
people on, so from cool shows. So I'm honored to be a part of this, your guest list.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
When do you air it?
I'll air this definitely around the week weekend. Like this should go up fast on a YouTube, but then
Okay.
for Instagram, I have to edit it into two different parts because I
Oh,
think they for Instagram videos they only allow up to like 59 minutes, and it went over that.
oh,
And
damn. You
so
don't cut it at all? I'm sure there's some parts you could have cut.
I mean, everything about the interview was fun.
I
There's nothing I
guess.
want to cut. So like,
All right, this is it. Uncensored. What you just watched was the uncensored interview. We did
yeah,
not
that's
say
what
anything crazy that was censored.
this would definitely go up on the YouTube within like a day. But
Okay,
the Instagram, since it has to be two different videos, that would go up on the weekend.
sounds good. All right, thanks for the convo. I had a
Definitely,
blast.
buddy. Yeah. If you ever want to come back, do this again, definitely
Oh,
down for it.
I'll reach out. I'll
All
have
right,
my team
sweet.
reach out to me, my team of one.
There you go. Okay.
All right. See
All
you. Have
right,
a good night.
buddy. Thanks. You too. Bye.